Hello and welcome to War Thunder. This is Old Dead Man. We're on the good old-fashioned dev server today, and I'm just going to go through any features I happen to notice that are interesting. The client here has been very unreliable on Linux. Normally the OpenGL client is fairly rock solid and stable. Not necessarily the best, usually has graphical glitches, that type of thing, but doesn't tend to crash. I've had to switch to the Vulkan client because right now the OpenGL client has been actually hard locking and preventing me from actually doing anything on it. Another item that I noticed is if you pay attention, you'll see in the bottom left corner of the screen, your gear and RPM and speed are all on the bottom left. Not sure how I feel about it yet. Yeah, the cruise control information's over there too. It's an interesting change. I don't know if there's an option to change that back or not. Well, check that out. You can change the color scheme of the thermal sight. I remember that being on the old one, but I'll have to check. The models for the low-tier Swedish tanks are still pretty low poly count from everything I can tell. They look pretty fake still. Alright, what's going on? Oh, I'm down to HE. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that might not have been the most intelligent thing I could do. Yeah, bomb explosions seem to be more bassy and better sounding too. Whoosh. Ooh, crashing sounds good too. Let's see if I can get into the new maps here. Ooh, ground map. Okay, we're looking pretty good. It's on an island. Interesting. I guess it'd be more of an isthmus or something. We'll see what it looks like when we get closer. Alright, clearly a city map. This one's got some pretty wide open spaces though. You see some of the clearly familiar reused assets like that. These streets are fairly garden variety. Ooh, that's a cute statue. What do we got here? Looks like maybe a farmer's market, an abandoned farmer's market, where there would have been vendors at each of these stalls with fruit and various things. Of course, this is the first question everybody's going to ask. Why, yes, you can. Shoot off the top of the... yep, that's destructible. Top of the statue looks like it's fair game. Ooh! The overall feature is actually destructible too. Interesting. I wonder if it makes any difference to throw some HE. Not with a 76mm at least. I think these buildings are also destructible. Well, some parts of them are. What about this door? Nope. Or the window, I guess it is. The building designs are nice, new. I like the kind of cleaner look. That's an interesting take. Ooh, that looks fun. I have to check that out on the plane. Also, this jerkiness appears to just plain be the Linux client gagging and retching on the current version of the code. Let's go to the edge of the map here and see what we can see. Oh, those are pretty. Okay, I'm nearing the exclusion zone for the enemy spawn. Some interesting possibilities with this much water nearby. Alright, I gotta find out. Why, yes, you can. I don't know that how you'd get back up, but... Okay, the poles are just tall enough you can't really get up them, but can I get back up here at all? Oh, that's deep water too. Okay, let's see. Can I get up? The answer appears to be no. You might be able to do it with somebody else's help, though. Well, that goes up a little bit more, but yeah, once you get to a certain point, you just can't seem to make the climb. Hold it. Let's find out. Whoosh. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and even let me down there. It's just still going. Ha! Alright, let's see what the area around here looks like. Interesting low mountains, probably less than 5,000 feet high, I'd guess. In fact, well less than that, since I'm only about... yeah, it's about 900 meters. That'll be about half a mile. Okay, 600 meters. Altitude for the castle. That'd translate to about a quarter mile, so about maybe a third of a mile. That looks almost like a... well, it's definitely pulling from the same resources as Fulda Gap. That'd be fun to play with, but yeah, not happening. Okay, let's change the fuse. All right, so it is not an island. It's just a bit of a almost an isthmus, but not quite. Let's go see if my bomb didn't... nope, didn't do any damage to it. I wonder if the buildings are destructible at all. Some of these smaller ones might be. Let's see. We'll try them first. Oh, man. Man, I am not looking forward to seeing what this thing does. Yeah, no damage. Okay, so the buildings do not appear to be destructible. And I swear my motor sounds like it's got a lawnmower engine kind of running in parallel. Oh, no, it isn't. It's just that enemy tank. Okay. Man, that thing sounds awful. Number one, you can hear it very loudly. Pretty sure riding lawnmowers got more horsepower than that. Alright, is there anywhere you can land an airplane in the combat area? Maybe right there if the... oh, no. No, not with all those light poles. You have to prepare an area in order to do it. No extra wide streets. Choppers, of course, be able to do it. Shouldn't be any problems. Let's see what the two cap zones look like. Oh, now I want to see what happens when you land on top of those buildings. Man, that thing still sounds awful. The Radkampfwagen 90, huh? Definitely an urbanized area too, so I mean it's not like you can, there's no real opportunities for expansion. Thought it might be an interesting combination for naval though. If those bridges are destructible, you could blow up a bridge and bring in a light cruiser maybe. I just obliterated that little boat. Oh, airfields, runways. Doesn't look like they've got a chopper pad any closer. It does look like it's a longer format runway, but man, do they have to stick with all these dirt runways? Oh my. There is a lot of trees and resources in use here. I don't think that's going to be fun at all to try and get a more powerful machine. You might need a more powerful machine to actually have fun on this map. I don't see a chopper pad at all. And they're flying high enough BR stuff. There should be one. I really wish they'd rephrase that. That's not proper English there. The plane's long range was due to its extremely light weight and lack of armor. Oh, interesting. It actually gives you an air point start. So first question is going to be, as always, can I land on top of anything? A lot of guardrails. Probably shouldn't be doing this with my joystick. Especially since I'm about to hit something. Ooh, you can land on the roof, and it does count for the cap. Interesting. Possibly could land there, but you never quite know. Plenty of room there, but I think the real question is, can I land on top of that building? Ooh, that's going to be a rough one. Let's see, right there. A little forward. You can do it. So basic summary from the tank perspective, you're looking at a lot of close-in city fighting, a few larger open areas, but not any like wide open fields or anything like that, not within the combat area. The air combat section is basically, you got some very low hills that might help you kind of sneak around and avoid being spotted by the enemy, and that will be good for helicopters. It'll be interesting to see who all uses that castle for cover for their helicopter. I am not liking the feel of the client, though. It seems like it's going to be a bear. I suspect it's going to be a while before I'm going to be able to play effectively on my operating system of choice again. I think it's a good summary of what the map looks like. I think that's pretty much everything. If you want a quick look at all the tech trees, we can do a quick run through of that too. Alright, you've all probably seen the patch notes by now, but the U.S. picks up no new tanks, no new helicopters, and 2 new airplanes, the F-4E Phantom II and the A-4B. The A-4B, which is the one I'm interested in, sports quite the list of ordnance options. Still stuck with AIM-9Bs, though. That's going to kind of suck. But if we're using it in ground battles, it might not be too bad. Catch people off guard. Does have the bullpups, the FFARs, Zunis. Zunis will be kind of interesting from the American perspective. Looks like they really got some good mixes here, though. This should be good for a variety of things. Gun pods, sidewinders and bombs, very nice. We'll take a look at these pre-specs here and see what they look like. 31.7 second stock turn time, 1075 kilometers per hour max speed at 14,700 meters. That's up there. Let's see. Going to be expensive like expected. Modifications list is going to be a lot of ordnance options and only a few performance options. So there you go. Each modification, 19,000 for rank 3 or rank 4 one, 15,000 for rank 3, 17,000 for rank 2, and 12,000 for rank 1. Phantom. Ka-ching! Bunches and bunches of ordnance. Flares. I'm going to be interested to see how those work out. And of course, all these modifications. 55,000 for a top tier modification. 21,000 for a third, 19,000 for a second, and 17,000 for a first. We're also getting a new heavy cruiser here, the Portland. Don't know anything about it. Doesn't even have an image yet. Alright, Germany Army. Nothing new on the ground. Up. I take that back. There was something I could have sworn I saw. There it is. The Radkampfwagen 90. Saw that earlier when it was sounding like a lawnmower running around. No new helicopters. Okay, a Ju-188 is new. Looks like a variety of, the normal German equipment here. All it has is turrets, of course. It's what its role is. 496 kilometers per hour, kind of slow. 33.3 second turn time. Okay, that's about what you expect for a frontline bomber in the German line. Not sure that it'll see much play except for initially when people pull it out, but we'll see what it looks like. And of course the Leipzig, that word, Leipzig, is coming to the German fleet tree. Russia. I don't remember anything from the patch notes, but we'll take a quick scan. Oh yeah, T-72B. I forgot about that. I understand there's nothing exciting about this one. Just a quick run through the ordnance. Seems like they got a good high penetrating APFSDS. That's a big penetration number for their Heat FS. Not sure what you'd use this for except for very light vehicles. And their stock round is actually pretty good, so we're good there. Also has the ATGM. Alright, looks pretty straightforward. And of course we got the new Fat Boy and the new Ka-52. Ka-29. Turrets and flares, cannons. Ooh, nice. Rockets, cannons, Sturms. Good mix there. Got a couple of belt options. 82 millimeters a pin with that 30 millimeter cannon. That's going to be fun. All right, let's see. Oh my head, look at all those ordnance options. Lots of ordnance options. Rockets, missiles, bombs. Yeah, bombs. There's a Fab 500 right there. Okay. And, of course, air-to-air missiles. The 9M39 Igla. Should be real nice. Of course, it should be the follow-on to the Ka-50, right? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Alright, so the Ka-52, 292 kilometers per hour stock. Okay, let's go to the Ka-29. 262 kilometers per hour stock. That's still moving pretty good. Compare that to the UH-1B, which I've been grinding right now. Oh my heavens, that thing is so stinking slow. Gah. Doesn't even really get good speeds till the H-1Z, really. That was pretty good on the H-1G. Alright, anyway, back to what we were doing. Okay, so we're on the helicopter tree. Let's see, aviation. I don't think there was anything here. Nope, nothing new there. Fleet. We got a new ship, I'm pretty sure. Okay, oh man, I apologize to all Russian speakers. Nostrashimi? Nostrashimi? And the Sverdlov. Let's quickly show those stat cards. Feel free to pause. Alright, Britain. Now, I wish I had ground out my British tree about this point in time, because you know what's coming up in a moment here. No new helicopters, no new tanks, but they get themselves a brand spankety new Lightning. English Electric Lightning. Let's see what it's got. Fire streaks or red tops. A 30mm cannon with just 47mm of pin. Let's take a look what the performance figures are stock. 2,215 kilometers per hour. 26.7 second turn time. 150.7 meters per second rate of climb. Wow. And it's gonna, with that design, it's got to roll like crazy. With a turn time like that and a fast roll rate, that thing's gonna be a monster. Alright, let's see. They do have a new ship. The Kent. Quick look at its stat card. I play a little bit of Fleet, so don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I know enough to play, but I can't really speak intelligently about the various vessels. That takes us to Japan. No new tanks. Big surprise. No helicopters. Big surprise. Aviation. Scan the whole tree just in case I missed anything. And just the brand new F4EJ Phantom. Let's take a look at the performance stats first. 2186 kilometers per hour max speed. That's a little bit less than the Lightning. I think it's about 100 kilometers an hour slower. 27.7 second turn time. Close but no cigar on the Lightning. 132.6 meters per second. Again, not quite the same as the Lightning. Should be a real fun plane. Just gonna have to play it right if you're going against a bunch of Lightnings. Good ordnance options. The AIM-9J should be fun. 20G max overload with an 11 kilogram explosive mass. 5.5 kilometer lock-in the rear aspect. Those things are going to be fun. See, of course, you got a bunch of various options for loadouts and bombs, which are pretty familiar. You've seen them all from the American lines, so good to go there. Let's see, anything new in fleet? Yes, the Makuma. There's its stat card. And the Ikazuchi. And again, I'm going to apologize for the pronunciation. And I believe that's it. China! Army tree. Brand new ZTZ 96A. Should be a good top tier tank there. We've got 41 tons. Let's see, 7.5 second reload. Decent. 28 point, yeah, good turret rotation. Pretty smoking little moving speed there. Yeah, it should be a good all around. There's the stat card if you need it. Let's go take a look at the modification. Okay, for this tier it gets that's a little bit lackluster, but should be plenty to go through most everything it faces. And that's all that's new there. Let's go to the aviation tree. Nothing new. Italy. I'm not going to be quite so flippant as some people are, but as I recall, they are not getting anything new this particular patch. They don't get any tanks, helicopters, or airplanes so far. They have not finished all their dev blogs, so, or as they've been calling them, dog blevs lately on the forums. You know, those guys. They're hilarious. Alright, that takes us to France. They get a Crusader Mark II. That's a pretty standard British tank. M4A3105. Okay, I'm not sure why, but okay. AMX-32 should be a good one for them. If it's really going to sit at 9.3, 72 kilometers an hour, 23.8, a little bit slow turret, mediocre reload. Should be pretty good. Is it stable? No, I don't know. I can't tell if it's stabilized. So France is getting a few little goodies. No new helicopters. No new planes. Okay, that takes us to Sweden, which I am not going to go through the entire tech tree, but I will just kind of quickly show the tech tree. Give you a few moments if you want to take screenshots and look at it. Music's good though. I'm enjoying the music. Then again, I've always been a classical music fan myself. Now, I'm not seeing a Sturv 122, which was listed on the original patch notes, then crossed out. I'm not certain if that was a typo for the 121, or if that might indicate that there was supposed to be something else that just didn't quite make it on. But that's the entire Swedish ground tree there. Let's see if they picked up any new airplanes. Just the J-35D, yes indeed. Let's take a quick look at it. Okay, Mach 1 capable, good turn time. Let's take a look, see if it's if there's anything else useful here. The RB-24 should be pretty good for the BR. All right, and that is everything there. We've looked at the maps, we've looked at the goodies. Let's see if there's anything else exciting going on. Already took a look at Sweden. Finland. What's Finland? Oh, I know Finland. Okay. Oh yeah, the new air domination map. That's got to be for arcade. So Denmark. Let's take a quick look at it. Oops, I just put it. Oh, yes, of course. We'll make this a short look then. Fairly flat dinner plate. Looks like it's got options for potentially becoming a naval map as well. Lots of wide open water. Not a lot of islands though, so there wouldn't be a whole lot of cover. Yeah, it looks pretty garden variety. Nothing, no surprises here for an arcade domination map. Oh my heavens. I really hope this isn't indicative of what the new client's going to be like when it gets released. Oh, this is painful. What's funny is that even at 42 frames per second, that's usually not too bad to fly. Man, this is bad. Man, that's awful. All right, well, that's a good summary of what's going on. I am concerned about the state of the Linux client, if that's going to be what it's like when it releases. The last patch really kind of messed things up for those of us in Linux. It took a while for them to finally get things back under control and back in order. Hopefully it won't be that bad this time. All right, thank you very much for joining me, and you all have a wonderful night.